This week on Love After Lockup, we start out with Z and her parents finally finding out where to get Troy after last week his probation officer had to pick him up. But anywho, I find it kind of weird that Z parents are so invested in going along with this crazy mess, like going to get him out of jail. He's been in jail since he was 18. So him getting out and adapting is going to be a struggle. I think so. Her mother, while they're praying, says, these are your bills now. I know that's right, mama. Then they shoot over to Shantae and True. Worst couple of this season. Shantae wakes up and finds that True is gone in the wind, baby. Not answering her calls. He didn't even tell her that he was leaving, which is crazy work to me. I don't understand why you can't tell her you left if you're going out to eat with your sister, shopping, or whatever you say you're going. And True sees that Shantae is a very insecure, like the no eye contact, and he's going to definitely play on that. But I do agree that Shantae does have a stank attitude. Like, she always feels or seems like she is annoyed by everything that he does. But I'd be annoyed too if my man was broke. He don't like the fact that she is a homebody. You just came home. Where are you trying to go, bro? Like, you need to be in the house. Now, you sitting at this table with your sister, steady sending your fiance to voicemail, a phone that she paid for. You talking about, oh, you love her and all this and all that, but why you sending her to voicemail? Crazy work. But I feel like the sister is right. True is not ready to be in a relationship. Like, he needs to get out, get himself together, maybe date and do those kind of things. He's been locked up way too long to come out and be in this serious relationship. Then we cut to Julian and Christine and them damn cats. I was kind of sad, though, when Christine was reading the old text messages and telling the story about her mom, how she went to her mom for help, but her mom used that against her to get her oldest child taken away from her. Like, I feel like that probably contributed to a lot of the things that she has went through in her life with the in and out of jail, because her mom wasn't shit. And then she hasn't had contact with her twins in 8 years. I really, really hope that she could get out, get herself together, and establish a good relationship with her kids. And then when they start talking about sex and how great Julian is going downtown, I just really wanted to throw up in my mouth, like, so gross. And she was saying how good she is in bed because of all the experience she had, and she wanted a raw baby, raw dog. Christine, you could have really kept that to yourself, but that was the last we saw of them this week, which I ain't mad about. Kim and Joey came up next, and Kim is so thirsty. And I think it's because, like, she's had so many men do her wrong that she's going to try to make this connection with Joey when Joey is not going to be any good. And then him throwing his mother under the bus about renewing his license the whole time he's been in jail for 6 years. Like, you do know that's illegal, and you just saying this on camera, like, you're weird. And she's going to put these sharing locations on their phone. Sharing the locations is not going to stop him from smoking crack. So if that's your reason for sharing locations, like, that's stupid. Definitely an invasion of privacy. My favorite couples of this season is Letitia and Keith. He's coming home earlier than expected, which is great. They've been married 2 years, never had sex. So she is getting body ready, booty, facial, all these things or whatever. Her daughter is not very happy about him coming home, which I do understand. You know, this is a stranger they've never met. So I do understand her apprehension. Keith's sister has been talking mad shit about Letitia, and she is not happy about it and really wants to confront her. Keith doesn't think it's a good idea. I don't either. Girl, let that go. Deal with your man coming home in a relationship that he's going to have with your daughter that is super uncomfortable. She has this dinner to have his family come over to let them know that he's being released early. Hope and Arthur come up next. I'm thinking, like, do Hope and Arthur plan to live in this truck? Like, that's what I thought at first. And his mom Like, he don't want to be sleeping in no truck. He just came home. I agree with his mama. Like, this man want to be in a hotel. He just been in the cell forever. But she needs to stop pressuring him about coming back home with her and seeing his siblings. Because I feel like if the siblings really wanted to see him, they would have come to where he was when he got home. But anywho, they go back to Hope's home, which is really nice. And I was really happy they were not going to sleep in that truck his first night home. And she got him a sewing machine, which is really, really nice. He does seem like a pretty decent guy. And then she starts talking about her insecurities. And, as a woman, you definitely understand that. But he fresh out of jail, baby. He's trying to get to it. Okay? And then we go back to Shantae and True. Shantae being annoyed with True is valid to me, because why you just couldn't say, hey, I'm finna leave? But I think her communication is as bad as his, because if he asks her, hey, what's wrong? She's steady playing on her phone and she's not saying anything. She's just having a snappy attitude. Then say, almost suspend your phone if you don't answer. You're not going to be able to talk to anybody. Do you want this man so you can have power over him and you want to treat him like a child? Is that why you wanted somebody fresh out of jail? And then he tells her she's boring. I just don't think these two like each other. Yeah, they don't like each other. Then Joey is released from jail. He's actually pretty handsome. And one thing I noticed, like when she gave him the shoes, it is such a difference with the black women and white women with the clothes and shoes they get their men when they get out of jail. Like, these sisters be going way, 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 way out. She got him some little cold Nikes in, baby. He was happy. So Z and Troy heads back to the hotel. They get ready to get down to business. Now, something that Troy said kind of piqued my interest. He said he hasn't been with a woman in 7 years. A woman, or have you not had sex in 7 years? Anyway, then she has him do this private parts theme. Why you just couldn't take a shower to get the jail off of him? And she was so invested in them private parts being small. Yeah, I understand. Then we come back to Hope and Arthur. Now, Hope gets this tattoo with this man name, as he agreed to do the same to get like this portrait of her while he's still locked up. She even sent him $300 for it. He never got it. He ended up getting a rose, never telling her the truth. And she admits to spending $20,000 to $40,000 on him. And she said that's not, well, she said that that's a lot considering she's a truck driver and the income that she brings in. Like, that's just too much. That's ridiculous. If people complain about the money they have to spend on their children, but will turn around and spend it on a man, like, that's crazy. So Letitia is having this party with Keith's family, and they're really happy about him being released. The sister who she has this problem with doesn't show up. They say she's sick, but of course we knew she wasn't going to show up because y'all got this beef, and they keep blanking like her name when they say it. So I have a feeling she's never really going to probably appear on the show. Last but not least, we get back to True and Shantae while he's going to go see his probation officer. Now, he asks her to drive. And she's like, no, he like, why I can't drive this one block? Bro, you don't have a license. Like, that's why I'm like, he is childish. That's something like a kid that asks their mom, like, Mom, can I drive around a block? Blah, 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 blah. So he say he's not stressed about going to see his PO, but you should be. Like, I feel like you're playing with your freedom. Like, you had all day to take care of your real business, but you got up to go do whatever with your sister. And I feel like Shantae do kind of like want to be his mother, and she just keep an attitude all the time. Like, and then she says like she's dealing with the idiot. It's kind of hard to see who the idiot is, in this scenario. It's like crazy work. But anywho, it was a pretty decent episode this week. I'm really looking forward to Keith getting out of jail because I feel like him and Letitia are going to do really, really good together outside of the drama that he has with that she has with his sister. True and Shantae, y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all not gonna make it, baby. Y'all not gonna make it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen when Arthur goes to visit his mom. Is she gonna convince him to go back home with him? But anywho, see y'all next week.